Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. 180. 21, 21. 61. Match box light.
Begin. Shoot.
Six.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And the 49er first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
12.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wait, set. 380.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's 2nd year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
20.
Mike 50, huh? And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
from midfield. Here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Switch.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 20.
54 Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On third down, here's Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
21.
45. Mike, 45.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
49ers.
Here we go.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
6. 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, it's Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike 50. Here we go. Check 3.
On play action, it's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Brady now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Brady to throw again. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Let's go out.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. This is Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Joker. Hey, Alabama.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check.
Go on. No, 66.
Check 13.
Alert.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Wait, that's down 80. Down 80.
Get that ball.
53, Linda.
50, Mike's 50.
Let's set a tone. Rip.
Here's Brady to throw. He He completes it to Evans. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
72.
Mike's 50.
Check it, reload.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Brady going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's third and goal. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the edge.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to Coleman here on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
12.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Bravo.
Mike 5-4.
21.
To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
13. Yes.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
56. Son got man. Under 10. Check it.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you.
Here's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Watch twist. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check your hot read.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Tight dog. Switch. Watch the safety creep. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Kill.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Go.
Ronald Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. Got some real estate inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
55.
Hey, alert!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Garoppolo now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Wait, that's 5-20.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Undercross. Hey, check it.
Check 4.
Hey, go 66.
Now Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Again, it's Jones. And an alley to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 44 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Let's go, let's go!
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And with that,